She introduced me to the Minister for Interior, somebody called Oshekunze, and to the Minister for Justice called Bwana Zobo. And I was looking for status in Zimbabwe. Minister Oshekunze told me, I can give you status in Zimbabwe, but only if you do me a paper. And the title of that paper is The Death of Ideology in Zimbabwe. They were going through a critical phase in their national politics. And I wrote that paper. It even appeared in the major newspaper in Zimbabwe. And for that very paper that I wrote, I was able to get status in Zimbabwe. What am I trying to say? Ana hero wacha dieri. Kama ji obetie, kata kaji winyo matek, to eura we amaga gibenda wacha. Wawach ge wacha. To bende kanga to otamre winyo mawacho ge. Kata ko to ayany to kobada. Ayany oksinda nindo gidhako. ODM is the biggest party in this part of the world, the party called ODM. Akwau, Jowadwa, Nikajigi waseneno ge. Waseneno kajo walal, ouko giri, agwingi giri, mboya giri. Waseneno sirikande mwase betie. Nyaka Jaramogi was a vice president. Mboya was the brightest minister in the first government formed in this nation. So we have been in government before. And if you want to be in government, it will not be the first time. So what I am pleading with everybody, let us stand for what is right. Let us stand for what is right. Inegagi manye tagwa nyoro is political indiscipline. Nikejka wapogre tije. Ndalo Kibaki Madwanga written agreement, the Grand Coalition government. Jomaneni civil service had their space. Tosani, Sani, Iraganga Ukani Kachkoro, Tingo, Office Morengo Malukucha. Todwa Nyoraji, Pinka, to Uyani Nyoraji. We have to say no. We have to say no. Ne Yayada, Kataki Gigogini Moko, so they have no right of entry into my home. My Anapuda Amedo Kwayo and the party called ODM. I am pleading with you. I am pleading with you that one, let us not be ahead of the people. Let us walk with the people all the time. Babu ino minano se jomokwana babu ino kama entie te dia eh I want us also to listen to the young people in this country. And if you call ODM, I am pleading with you. I'm pleading with you that one, let us not be ahead of the people. Let us walk with the people all the time. Let us listen to what the people are saying. Let us listen to them. And then we'll determine the direction where we are going. Tomogik, Genzi Munanogi, Kara babu wino mineno. Se jomo kwana babu wino kama entie dia. Yeah. I want us also to listen to the young people in this country. They are the part of the future. Akwayu. Ndanoganyo chawacho demonstration ti yanyago. Nyoro ka gimoro wuok ngato dwaro gwindre gi wanyang'aya to keto ji demonstrate. Ta an mini kwero demonstration Orengo no luonge. Ano ka luonge. Tana wacho ni piny ma Kenya, so long as we are free and a democratic nation, if you play with my rights, I'll not take it on my knees. I'll respond accordingly, because that's the right of the Constitution that the Constitution gives us. Koro oganda maluo wauru luoro. Luoro moro donjo kuom wakae. Maonge tiende. Akwa wauru luoro. Kawa dwaro gimoro kata kwa loso gi sirikal. We talk as of right. Not nikech no gwelwa. Oko gwelwa. Kendo kwa dhi kanyo. We must have our own demands clear, stated clearly. Mawinjore. Abia an wawe kanyo, kawacha mang'eny mokalo kanyo, jivo lwaro kode radio no rengo. Orengo. Pile ka pile no rengo. Ta no rengo mawacho ni, I was an advisor to Jaramogi, I was an advisor to Raila, and I've seen all these governments. So for ODM, let us listen to what Nyerere said. Tanzania inataka mabadiliko. Na kama Watanzania hawakubali, kama Watanzania hawezi kupata mabadiliko ndani ya CCM, wataipata nje ya CCM. So we must make ODM the party of the people, by the people, for the people. Awacho kutoka wacho. Jawi. Nyako ni naja siasa moya gone Joey. Wagoye Joey keno motegno. Jawi. Koro giluoro te akwayo party leader marwa. Gen Z marwa. Dr. Oburu Oginga, karibu sana.
Tuketi. Tukae. Asante. Your Excellencies, the governors who are here, our brother Kalonzo Musyoka and Eugene Wamalwa, and our party leaders who are here, Nyawang'aya, the chair of the party, and deputy party leaders, Ososi, and the governor, my friend and supporter and deputy leader of Mombasa, the son of my friend, Nasir. Karibu sana wananchi wote ambao wamekuja hapa kuomboleza na sisi. We are mourning two great people within 1 month. I am mourning my brother, the late Raila Odinga, with whom I grew up as twins. The difference between me and Raila in age was only 1 year and 2 months. That is your age mate. This lady we are burying here, I babysitted her. I carried her on my laps when she was born. She was a very buoyant baby, and I always used to know when she wants to cry. When she wants to cry, she just stretches her legs a little, and the legs do something like a noise, pop, and she starts crying. Oh, ah, ah. And she grew up. She grew up under little privilege. My sister here, Wenwa, with whom they grew as twins, they grew up together. They were very lucky to see the vice presidency of Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. Me and Raila, we never experienced it. We were out of the country. So that is why they grew up in that privilege, and they were treating themselves a little bit as royals. Us, we grew up when Jaramogi was a businessman, but was working very hard to bring the community of the Luo together. He started what was called Luo Union in 1952, and he also established a company in 1947 called Luo Thrift and Trading Corporation. He was teaching the Luos how to save and trade. You borrow, you save, you borrow, you trade, and you repay. That was Jaramogi's philosophy, that you had to grow by doing business. So Jaramogi was a businessman. Even though later he was crowned and given some other titles as communist, Jaramogi Oginga Odinga did not know anything about communism. He just went there and met some Chinese in Japan, and they went to China. And he found the communal way of the Chinese interesting because it was looking like the African way of living. That is extended African relationships. That is why he liked the way they were doing their business there, but he was never a communist. Jaramogi liked business. And you know, you don't trade if you are not capital, you don't have capital. So you have to have capital. And therefore you are called a capitalist. Now, I don't want to go into that. This, my sister here, was so kind, and you could see, if you saw the number of people who came here to sing the songs in that language of Zimbabwe, on the platform here, all those people were brought up by this lady you are seeing here. All those people were brought up by her. So she was a very, very great lady. She brought up so many members of our family, including my own son, Jaoko, who is not here today, was her baby. She took her from me when I was in Mombasa. She educated her up to Form 4. Then she took her to higher school, and then he came and we sent him to Canada to study. So that was Beryl's child. And unfortunately, he could not be here with us today. I don't want to talk a lot of other things today. I'm so grateful that Kalonzo, Beryl's classmate, was able to make it with Eugene Wamalwa. Wamalwas, our great friends, where they were together teaching. The late Wamalwa was teaching with Raila at the university, and they became friends. And it is Raila who proposed him to be the vice chair of the party of Jaramogi, the Ford Kenya. It's Raila who proposed him at the stadium. I was there. Though I was a civil servant, but I attended the elections. I attended the elections of Ford Kenya, and that day nobody knew Wamalwa much, but Raila stood up and said, I know this man, he can be a good second vice to Paul Muite. So we have a long history with the Wamalwa family, and I don't want to speak politics today because this is not a platform for politics. For us as the Odingas, we are deeply hurt. We are deeply hurt, and we really will miss our sister, Beryl. I don't want to say a lot, because if I start talking about Beryl, I can say a lot. I've told you that I'm the one who maybe said her real name, some of you don't know. Her real names are Okumu. Okumu was a great friend of Jaramogi from Sakwahia, Wayende. He was called Okumuwon Wahanda. So Jaramogi used to call Achieng Handi, and that was in the